In today's video, we are visiting the most INFP-friendly country in the world to discover one thing. Is there an INFP utopia, and where is it? And what kind of a place would INFPs live and be the most happy in? So I'm super excited to do this travel vlog with you. I've already got my suitcase packed. Oh, but I almost forgot. Can't leave without you, little guy, right? So this is gonna be awesome. Quick change of plans. I decided to Google it, and apparently the most INFP-friendly country in the world is the Netherlands. So, I guess we don't have to travel that far after all. So I decided to go on a search for an INFP, and I decided to look in the most INFP place ever. A bubble tea shop. First of all, thanks for doing this interview. So I'm just curious, first of all, would you say that you are more of an introvert or an extrovert?
I think I'm an introvert by nature.
Yeah.
But an extrovert by, I think, profession. You have different kinds of persons, types. My girlfriend, or my fiance in this case.
Yeah.
She's an introvert as well, and she had to learn to socialize.
Yeah.
And it's a process you learn during your lifetime.
Yeah.
And used to exercise in front of a mirror, like talk.
Right. Like, how do I approach this situation and so on.
I used to be very awkward more than I am today.
Yeah.
And I couldn't approach girls or anything. Just had to learn it.
So how does it like to grow up in the Netherlands as an introvert? Do you feel like it's easier to be an introvert or an extrovert in the Netherlands?
It depends. You have to be an introvert or extrovert depending on the period of time or the situation. It's not difficult though.
Yeah.
I just like to observe people.
Yeah. Like, because when I'm in Amsterdam, I get the feeling sometimes that it's so stimulating, there's so much happening and so on all the time. But how do you get alone time and like time for yourself? You feel like it's so much things happening in a bigger city like this?
Yeah, I think people from Amsterdam are very social.
Yeah.
But they're very distant from one another.
Yeah.
It used to be that you knew your own neighbor, your next door neighbor, and nowadays you just have like this blinds.
Yeah.
And when we got approached by people, we open up.
Yeah.
But not by definition that we're open, talk to each other.
Yeah. But how do you feel about that yourself? Do you feel like you are more distant, or do you feel like you're more like socially warm with people and so on?
I don't think I'm distant, but I close myself off, like from certain people.
Yeah.
It's an energy thing.
Yeah. Because sometimes I get the vibe, like a lot of internationals say that Dutch people are a bit closed off in a sense, but I feel that you kind of have the luxury that you already have a friend group and people you like, and so you're getting comfortable with. So to some extent for you, it's like I don't really need to talk to anyone else or like to have other people in my life, because I'm already very happy with like the people I have in my life in a sense, maybe.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. She's my best friend, so
That's
that's my number one.
Yeah.
But it's. If you're from Amsterdam, you live in the city of Amsterdam, you're a tourist in your own city.
Yeah.
So when we got approached by Dutch people are speaking English as well.
Yeah.
To us.
Sure.
And we're talking English back.
Amazing
to
English.
the point
Good
that we're looking at each other. Wait, Amsterdam? Yeah. Hi, boy. So, we're approachable.
Yeah. And do you feel like Dutch people are more like wanting everything to be structured and planned, or do you feel like Dutch people are more go with the flow?
So you have the Dutch people, like white people, like the Hollanders, and you have Dutch people that are born here but have a different background. The real Dutch people, I think most of them are really on their shit. And they're really strict, straightforward. They say they're cheap, but actually cheap makes them rich at the same time.
Yeah.
And we're from a more Asian background, so that's you share what you have, kind of vibe.
Yeah. But after looking around and talking with my friends, I figured out that the typical Dutch person is described as somebody honest, direct, straightforward, hardworking, productive, effective, somebody that will say what they think regardless if it might hurt somebody's feelings or not. This kind of a person sounds more like an ESTJ than an INFP, doesn't he? Still, perhaps it's that the Dutch people have been able to create a place where it's easy to be an INFP because of their hard work and because of all the things that they put in. Maybe they made it easier to be an INFP. Maybe they made it easier for artists. Maybe what they created enabled and created wealth and allowed people the freedom to live in a more harmonious way. And do you feel like Dutch people value beauty a lot? Because something I notice is, they put so much effort into the architecture and into the canals and everything. Like, is it just like, and also they have all the artists like Van Gogh and all those things. Like, do you feel like that's an important thing to Dutch people, or do you feel like Dutch people care more about efficiency and things being more logical in a sense?
It depends on the city.
Yeah.
Because Amsterdam is so cultural and rich of history.
Yeah.
But if you look at Rotterdam, it's been bombed in the past during the war.
True.
But but they're rebuilding it up so beautifully.
Yeah.
That it depends on the area where you live in.
Yeah.
The generation of nowadays, I think they don't all think about history the same way as we do.
Yeah.
Or as I do.
Yeah.
I like the historical nature of the city.
Yeah. If you want to learn to type like I do, and if you want to learn to understand the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, you can access all my resources on patreon.com/Erik Thor. Patreon.com/Erik Thor contains my entire written publications and more than 10 articles where I talk in depth about the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, the cognitive functions, and how you can use the Myers-Briggs to grow yourself and to live a happier life.
What I like about this area of Amsterdam is that you have a lot of little bookshelf stores on the outside, like here around the corner.
Yeah.
So I randomly pick out books, and then I read them. Then I think about it.
Yeah.
So I have this book. I think you know from Eckhart Tolle.
Wait, what?
The Power of Now.
Nuh-uh.
That is a coincidence.
Nuh-uh, what? Let me show you. I have it in my bag. That's crazy, man.
Really?
He's like my number one person.
Is that
Yeah, I just got this. Just I love Eckhart.
Okay, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This one.
Oh my god. Book change. That's so cool. Ooh, that one's a cool cover.
Yeah, it's an oldie.
The powers unite.
Yeah. Power.
Wow. So you've read this numerous times?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is...
I randomly open it up and read it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I almost see it as like, I don't know much about religion, but I almost see it as like my Bible, the version of that where it's like, okay, I need to refer to
As
this
long as
book
it's
again.
positive, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
So, I'm a very, very curious person. I think a lot about UFOs. I still want to see one.
So based on what you said so far, I would guess that you're more intuitive, that you are more like, you get more energy from talking about ideas and spiritual topics and theories and so on, UFOs.
I'm pretty free.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty free spirit. Before she moved in, I didn't have anything else.
I feel like if we're doing the guessing game,
Tell me.
Well, I feel like this kind of from the start when he first started talking. I feel like he might be, INFJ, but maybe a P since he's talking more about like not planning. But I feel like a lot of INFJs don't really plan things that much sometimes as well. So I don't know. That's what I feel.
Yeah, like so in that sense.
Yeah.
Feeling types are the people that they make decisions based more on vibes, their feelings, what feels right for them ethically. Whereas thinking types, they want things to be efficient, they want things to be logical, they want to have a reason for things before they believe in it, in a sense. So in that sense, we thought both that you were more feeling oriented. I think that you are more perceiving oriented because you do seem like a more adaptable, free spirit in the sense of you like to go with the flow and go with the situation, what feels right in the moment.
Yeah, this is kind of correct.
Yeah. She thought that maybe you were more of a judging type because that you might be more of a person that it means that it means being goal oriented. It means like wanting to have a plan. It means like thinking about the future a lot, and those kind of things.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I used to call myself a modern age hippie man. Because yeah, it's a free spirit of me.
Yeah.
What I am.
Yeah.
And I always want to go on an adventure and do something about the world in a positive sense.
Yeah.
That's why when I joined the Navy, I went to a ship that was human friendly.
Yeah.
Like I went to a mine hunter.
Mine hunter.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a little polyester ship of 50 meters.
Huh.
With a sonar underneath.
Yeah.
And we were checking for mines in the sea and explode them. So it's the non-forceful task of the Navy.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
Building a better world, just making a little change.
So that's my last question to you. How do we create a more peaceful world, do you think?
What do I think? Be kind to one another and stop fighting, man. More sharing, stop fighting.
Yeah. That's check to that. Sounds good. Thank you so much for answering this question. And yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome, Eric and Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Mike or Mike?
It's Mike.
Oh, Mike.
It's actually Dita.
Cool.
But
Cool.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, cool. Now, my question to you INFPs is, where in the world do you live, and how do you feel like your country and culture matches with your vibe and your personality? And how are you able to make a happy life for yourself where you live? And what things do you do in order to fit in, but also to stand out in your place of the world? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you, and see you all in the next video.